Hey friends, what's good? Welcome to Storytime. This might be a really short story, but it's kind of funny. So this story is about my hubby. I love remembering Dave. It's been about a year and a half, and I love the stuff that I can remember about him because he was a genuine person. He was hilarious, and he unfortunately had a lot of health issues big health issues. A lot of people couldn't even get through one of the issues that he had, let alone about five. So let me give you a quick backstory. Um, he had he had some open heart surgery back in the day. He was a type 1 diabetic, which brought him down a road of, constant battles. So with diabetes, you got that trifecta of the kidneys and the heart and the sugars and everything just goes wacky. So what ended up happening though is Dave lost his first leg in 2018. We were in the garden and he kicked a rock, and it was the first time he's ever gone out in the dirt with no shoes on, and it was the last time he ever went in the dirt with no shoes on because he kicked a rock and he lost his leg, and that's diabetes. It doesn't like it doesn't like diabetics when you hurt your feet. You really have to care for your feet. So any kind of bleeding or anything like that or injury needs to be really, really monitored. And we didn't have the greatest doctors working on Dave's foot. Just be honest with that. So then go a few more years and then he develops well, here's the funny thing is he had been already developing kidney failure. I didn't realize this even when I met him. He was in like a different kind of renal failure at a young age, and he didn't really tell anybody. So diet, exercise, everything, we kind of just tried to work through and around all of the different things. And because of my, it didn't matter what he had going on. I loved him tremendously, and I would have done anything to care for him, no matter what. But when he probably about four, yeah, 4 years ago, we got real serious with our diet and exercise and program, and he was on par 100%. At this point, he'd already rode the Harley with the one leg. He'd done all sorts of stuff. He had a fake leg, and then he unfortunately, probably just about a year before he passed, he developed another injury on his foot, on his other foot, and or his only foot, and so he lost his second leg. And so Dave was a double amputee by the time he passed. And I mean, the guy, he was amazing. He could scooch around on his butt and he could get into his wheelchair and he had no problems. And he was getting on his last leg. On the last leg, he talked to his boss literally weeks after the surgery, and he says, "No, I'll be back in 2 or 3 months with both legs." And they were going to call him the no-legged logger. And it was amazing because he was so strong. He was such a tough guy. But the funny part of this story that I wanted to talk about, and I might, get kind of in trouble for saying it, but I don't care. When Dave died, as kind of a memoriam, I left his one of his fake legs on the throttle of our bus, and it was pushed down like full throttle because I know that he went out the way he wanted to, which was quickly. And because he was always he loved speed, he loved driving fast, he loved riding the Harleys fast, total adventure guy. So yeah, I left this leg in the bus. I could just imagine them walking in mortified, seeing this fake leg sitting there. And I have his other fake leg. I use it actually. It's hilarious. He would be laughing. It's a bucket. The leg's a bucket, right? So I use it as a garbage can in the bedroom, and I put like a bag in it, and I put my garbage in it. So we had the best, most fun life, and his sense of humor would he'd be okay with all this stuff that I do and that I did, because that's how I want to remember him. He was a fun-loving guy and he was hilarious. But I just wanted to, maybe start doing some short stories about remembering him, because if you're watching and you knew Dave, you know what kind of guy he was. He was a nut and he was hilarious, kind of like the life of the party. And I do miss him tremendously, but I don't get sad. I just stay level-headed. There's nothing I can do at this point but just keep on living and having a good life. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about. So like, subscribe, share. Oh, and today you got garbage in the back. I didn't even care. I just wanted to do an impromptu little story. But yeah, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell for notifications, and yeah, let's bring my subscribers up. I mean, I'm shocked. 52 already. That's so awesome. Thanks, you guys, and God bless you guys. Have a great Sunday. Bye.